My name is Derek Karner. I'm a project manager at the Elizabeth Foundation for the Arts, where Sinsong has a studio. If you don't know the Elizabeth Foundation for the Arts, it is a space in Midtown Manhattan that has 3 galleries, a community print shop, and 90 artist studios. It's a nonprofit, and this year during COVID lockdown, we partnered with the Potato Farm Project to provide a retreat residency in Long Island. Sorry, let me.
Sorry, what happens here?
Somebody's sharing their screen, which we shouldn't have. Where was I? Oh yes, we partnered to create a residency retreat for EFA artists in Long Island on the North Fork. So thank you, Vadehi and Dhruv, who are our partners in the Potato Farm Project. And today, Sinsong is out at the residency, and she's going to give a talk about her work, a little introduction, and then we'll have a Q&A afterwards. So you can ask questions on the screen, or you can put them in the chat. And without further ado.
All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you for coming here for the Zoom meeting. First, I want to thank you for EFA have this wonderful program, and Drew and Vandehi hosting this beautiful home and a nice studio, and let me enjoy, the beautiful environment and the beach. So I am here right now and really enjoy a lot. And I'm going to start talking about my work. And I am, let me share screens. I am from China, grew up in Beijing. Yes. Everyone can see it now? Yeah, okay, good, all right. So I grew up in China, grew up in Beijing, and studied Central Academy of Fine Art in Beijing and the folk art department. So when I was young, I researched a lot of the farmers and go to the countryside, do a lot of researching. So that's I learned my paper cutting technique skill. Was looking with the farmers who using a scissors, sitting together, chatting, and make beautiful cut out paper, red paper, and decorate their window and the wall. So it's really inspired me, that kind of feeling. So I carry these skills, travel all the world to here, American, New York. So I'm going to show, I came to EFA in 2010, so it's quite a long time. So when I, in EFA, I got a chance to involved with the public artwork. So this is my first project. It's the Bay Parkway D line, the train station. It's a permanent right now. It's start 2010, finished 2012. It's a paper cut photo collage, laminate between laminate glass. So it's if you guys ever taking the D line going to Coney Island in the summertime, so you can stop by the Bay Parkway station. So this is the detail. You can see the photo I taking around the neighborhood and putting all them together. So when the people who, waiting for the train, they can looking the photos in the, the things around for them, the architect, the culture, the restaurant. So they got familiar with the imageries. So they can have the conversation with my work. And this one is 2013. I made in the Flatiron Building in 23rd Street, a Paul space. So this is a public, like a public art project. This work staying there for three months. So they select artists, a year, 4 artists per year. So I think it's still running now. Yeah. And this work is I work with. I work with the government district. District alliance with the DOT. There's the public art program between 36th Street to 41st Street and Broadway. So this is the 5 panels display outdoor for 8 months. It's a wonderful place to show. It's really close to the EFA building. And this work is the art and the Grand Central 100 celebrate, MTA celebrate 100 years. So this is they select 4 international paper cut artists for display in the dining room, lower level dining room in 2 years. Yeah, so it's the light box. It's all paper cutting. Everybody cutting the themes is related with the Grand Central. So this work is called Time Light Gate Clock. So I use all the elements is from, taking from the Grand Central terminal. And another public work is through the Percent for Art and Public Art for Public School program. So this is permanent art, a permanent installation display at the PS 170K school lobby. It's also in Brooklyn. So if you have time, you can stop by to see this work. And I also do my work related with a lot of nature. So this is the message from nature. I use black and white paper cut and put like installation up with the shadows, and the people can walk around and so feel the paper nature. So this is at the Cleveland State University Art Gallery. So this is another side of installation. And also this work traveled to University of South Florida, Tampa. So this, in that opening day, the students coming using the skateboards, skate under my work. I feel it's so fun. So I take these photos. And I have another series, Life of Full Bloom, talking about New York High Line, using all the mixed paper and the magazine and the photo collage. This is the show at the Chambers Fine Art in Chelsea in 2018. So this is gallery installation shots. And also the 2019, I have a big piece of display in the New York City College of Technology lobby for 8 months. It's also cut out, black and white cutout piece. And also this is the outdoor permanent installation in China, Chengde, like a four hour away from the Beijing, the art center. So this is I transfer the paper cutting to the iron plate cutouts. So it's the laser, water jet laser cutout. Yeah. And also one cutout in Chinatown now, if you come to Chinatown, Peel Street, I think this is the ice cream shop. So I designed their windows. It's also there. And the last year, before the pandemic, before the lockdown, January, I did one outdoor window installation. So this is the ocean wave piece. And those is the Shashama place connect with the DOT program. Is in the Forehand Plaza, Bronx. So this is display for a month just before the lockdown. I feel I'm so lucky. Yes. And also I do some still life series like mixed magazine collage work. It's my work. And during the pandemics, I'm still, I don't have much material at home. So I, only the material I find is the net. It's like the screen net people using to make the windows. So I find a row of the net at home. So I start using the net and start sewing them together. So sewing with the paper, with the net. And also in the similar time, I'm doing this is the W series, is the wave series with water, you know, you can say water, wave, you know, like many things when you imagine. So it's a black, white, and yin yang. For in the Chinese philosophy, is yin yang, and the water is also can move around. And I remember Bruce Lee, the famous philosophy. He say when he talking about kung fu, he say the water. He like water too. He say when you put the water into a different things, they can just be you put in the jar. They have you put in the plate. You can put anywhere. But one drop is water is you seems a little, but 1 ton of water is really a lot. So this is also the W series and continue doing and here too, because you know it's close to the beach. So I walk to the beach every day, stare at the water, you know, get my inspiration with the natures. So this is the process I'm doing, you know, cutouts when I working, doing the gallery installation or in my studio. And one, I have this small video about as my paper cut performance. So it's really quick, only like not even 1 minute. So I want to show you guys how I'm going to cut out. Yeah. Okay, that's also, this is a really like no drawing, just with the X-Acto knife, like just cut through my mind. I think it's like 20 years studio practice. So this is what I done with my performance, very abstract, but each time it's finished, the shape is different. So I enjoy a lot. Thank you. So that's about my work. If you want to see more, please go to sinsong.com or the EFA or Instagrams to check it out. Thank you. So now I'm going to stop sharing screens. All right.
Sin, what is your Instagram handle?
Sinsong Art. Yes.
So there is one question in the chat.
Yes.
From Jess Graff. Can you talk more about the types of paper that you use in your work?
I use all kinds of paper, everything, even tissue, toilet paper, I'm sorry, everything, like wrapping paper, you know, when I'm doing a collage. So I collect all kinds of paper, yeah. But doing my performance, I'm using the roll paper, you know, normal white and black paper, yes. And also, oh, sorry, the rice paper. I use a lot of rice paper, like a mulberry paper, different color of the rice paper. Yes, from China and Japan. Yes.
There's another question in the chat from Cheryl. Beautiful work. What has been inspiring so far in the North Fork?
Oh my God, this is you know, the quietness, the peaceful. Yeah, you know, I live in Brooklyn. It's a very crowded place. You know, you see people everywhere. But here you just hardly see people. And you know, the air is clean, the tree. Then you can hear the birds. At the night you can see a star. So that remind me when I visiting in the countryside of China, you know, the people are here is very calm and friendly. So I quite enjoy a lot. You walk to the beach, you see the water, you know, the movement of the water. So that makes me like a meditation. I can like very calm and clear my mind to think about, you know, what I'm going to do next. Yeah. Is that good enough?
Yeah, I hadn't seen your performance pieces. Are
Yeah.
you, I mean, I know we're not doing a lot of in person, but do you have any plans to do more of those?
The performance, yes, yes, definitely. If I did a few times already, like, you know, when you have my artwork installation and the people want to, you know, people still wonder how I'm going to cut in my studio. So I do a performance. So the performance is around 10 to 15 minutes around that. And yeah, that's all to show the outlets, you know, what I'm doing, like my studio work process. Yeah.
Yeah, the video looks very fast, like it looks manic, like just,
Yeah.
but so you're saying it's actually, it's much slower, it's a little more.
Lower, yeah. My friend says like a Zim, Zim dance. I don't know. They're quite enjoy. Yeah. I mean, I enjoy a lot. It just, I started performing in 2017 in Venice when I have a show in the Venice. It's part of the Venice Biennial, you know, side show. So I decided to do something different, like, you know, like now I've been doing a lot of paper cut workshops, you know, like, you know, teaching a workshop, but people just wonder like how, you know, how I cannot like opening doing a workshop. So I decide, you know, why not? I'm doing a performance. It's kind of unique, and also I think I'm ready. I mean, before I can't, I'm afraid, but I think I'm ready. But during the performance, actually, I understand like connection with the Jackson Pollock. You know, when he doing that. Before I only see he doing that, I don't get it. But when I'm doing my performance, I have a connection. I say, oh, I understand now. It's just like your mind work, because what I cut, I don't know what it's going to be. I have no drawing anything, just cutting and put them together.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So it looks like there's a bunch of questions in the chat.
Oh yes.
Can you see that? Do you want to go through them?
Beautiful work. Oh,
I think,
wow, so fast. I'm sorry.
and I can read them out.
Wow, it's so fast.
So June Wu was asking about fabric
Hi,
collage.
how are you? She's in Tampa, University of South Florida. She asking what's the fabric? Yes, I'm doing a fabric collage now. Yes. Yes, this is I'm doing. You know, because at home, so you know, I can't have bring all the material magazine to home. So I'm start doing the fabric collage, and that's all fabric is from my mom's collections. My mom, she like to, work with clothes. Oh man, she have another job, but she like to collect all those old fabrics. So she collect since 1920 from my grandparents. You know, the silk clothes. So she collects some pieces, something, and also like some handcraft, something, everything she collected. She just saving there, and I start using that to doing my collage. In the beginning, she don't want to give it to me everything. She was just, it's beautiful. But later on, she said, okay, you can have everything. This is you. like I put in good use. So she's so happy to give to me everything she have. Yeah. So this is the one I made. It's just the background with all the things. So there's some clothes in there as my childhood, my skirt or my sister's skirt, the shirt, something there. It's a bring my own memory and also bring the period, the fabric. The period was the China, the fabric process. In which year we have this particular popular fabric, and the next 5 years we don't use anymore. We use something else. So it's quite interesting. So I made like a small one like this. Sorry, like this. The small square 12 by 12 like this square. I already made 60 pieces. Yeah, so the back one is quite a large pieces. I make a few, so I'm just when the daytime I work in the studio, so the the night I can also. It's just like the old lady making this sewing. Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's some more questions. One question asking how the North Fork compares to the Chinese countryside.
North Fork, wow, is much modern and cleaner, I must say. Yeah, I mean, this is the North. It's pretty much nice community. I haven't go to the Chinese, the countryside in China for past 10 years. I haven't really go yet, so I don't know how they change. What they change a lot. But when the time I go, that was when I was studying, was more than 20 years ago. It's a really poor country. Really, the countryside is really poor. They don't have a bathroom, no showers. Like but the place I travel is poor of the place, because that's why they carry a lot of folk art tradition. They still keep it. They still, I can find many of the folk artists, but some village is near the train, was development really early. The people is already give up this old technique, doing something else. Yes.
So a quick question about how large are the flower images in Brooklyn?
What? How large? What? Sorry.
The flower images in Brooklyn.
Oh, you mean the D line? It's quite a large. Wow, how large? It's like I forgot. It's a really quite large station.
Okay. Somebody was asking about if you have any concerns about the longevity with working with paper degrades.
Mm.
Do you think about archival glues and such?
Glue, yes, I do. Yes, I using like a non-toxic, the children's glue, whatever the glue I can find. I don't have that kind of really, like a really care, like picky about the paper. So I using all kind of the glue tool, mostly water based. Yes. Yeah, because in the tradition in China, when we don't have this modern glue, we're using a flour and water boil. So that kind of glue can mount about the rice paper. So I prefer the water base. Yes, non-toxic. Yes.
Another question about the D-Line train station. How long did it take you to finish that piece?
2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, it started 2010 and finished 2012. Because in the same time they are doing renovate for the station. So my work, just taking stand, after they finish everything, then they put the artwork in there.
Have you been able to work on any woodcuts during the pandemic from Bill?
Yes, I cut some piece, but cut some piece. Yeah, I have a little, panels at home, just covering some small pieces. Yes. Mhm.
Okay, so there's a question about interested in your use of positive and negative shapes.
Mhm.
Do you find that the cut mark has a different meaning for you than a
Yes.
flipped backside mark or a positive uncut mark?
Yes. Absolutely. I use both of them. Yeah. Yeah.
Can you elaborate the difference?
The difference is see, I just see, you see the positive and negative, you see through the whole, I mean, like I say, the Chinese, yin yang is black and white, positive, negative. You can see the shadows. So it is meaning a lot. It's kind of like, I cannot say philosophy, but it's every think every imagery I create, especially there's the black and white pieces, the wave pieces. You can see the cut line, and inside is also the line like a pop out. There are like conversation together with inside. I don't know how to explain, but also the negative piece, the cut out piece, I did some I'm not throwing them away, I keep it. I have many those together, then I also make another piece I using that cut out piece. Yes.
Mhm. So do you use any paint in the work?
Yes, watercolor and the ink.
And you paint that after or before cutting?
Both. Yes, both. Yes. Yeah. It just depends when I see, the pop out something, I'm, manage the work. Yes.
So we've had a lot of great questions. I think I caught them all. There's one more from Vade here saying, have you ever worked in metals?
Yes, the one work I show in China, that's a metal. It's a water jet. I try with connect with the technology. Most of the time, most of my work I using hands, just cut by my hands. But that time, because they want the outdoor pieces with the iron plate, so I went to the last, I think 2019, I have a show there, like a solo show, so I went there, and also visiting the local water jet shop. So I give them the image, the file. Then they look at, and they cut a big iron piece, come out and paint it. It's really nice, yeah, and fast. Yeah.
Do you think you could share that image again so we can remember what we're seeing, what we're talking about?
Let me see. Okay. Yes. Hold on. This work. Have you?
Oh, yeah.
It's also black and white. Yes. Yeah, black and white, and the 4 piece together. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. What else?
Yeah, if anyone has any questions that we missed, can you just put them back in? Because I think we would have missed them if not.
Mm-hmm. Pen the paper. Yes, I don't pen the paper for, mostly I don't pen the paper, but just in the rice paper, sometimes because the rice paper have a limited color, they, like white and black and blue, very limited color. So sometimes I using a brush, just pen it, like, oh, I can't get it, sorry. So I just pen on top, then wait to dry, then I cut out using. That's it. So I don't do like the hand paper things, not yet. Yeah, it's so much time. Yeah. I would love to make a hand paper. Many people has asked me why I'm not making my own papers, but it just take really a lot of time. Yeah.
Have you done the Dieudonné residency? Have you tried for that?
No, not yet. Yeah, no. But I work in the print shop. Our print shop. Yeah, I like prints there. The Chinclay prints.
So Nina was asking if if all those images are on your website or if they're somewhere else like Instagram. they're
In
all
my
your-
website, yes, all in my website, yeah.
And then
Let me see, show here. The back hole. Differently, yeah, that they say about my work, yes, totally different. The Chinese folk art, you show the back home, do people interact, understand? Yes. People, I mean, in China, like this kind of, paper cut, it's just like a craft work. It's not in the mainstream, like people not really respect us, but yeah, when they see my work, they're really kind of shocked, like I using in contemporary way. Yes, they are really, they just say, cannot believe, just the paper cut in the window could be transferred like that. So yeah, of course. But I'm really happy, to bring this traditional skill to another level. Yes. Yeah.
yeah, so a couple more questions. Was stitching and working with fabric completely a new process to you?
Yes, Cecilia, yeah, hi. Yes, it's new. Come to my studio when I go back, Cecilia. Yes, I already talked. It's all my mom saved fabric, so I put in the good use. Yeah. It's like my family history too, fabric history. Yeah.
So what do you work on in the Robert Blackburn print shop?
Oh, Chick-fil-A.
Shin-kore.
Yeah, Chinkle. I, cut the stencil by myself and go print by myself. But also I did the little prints, like the printer in the work, the print shop who helped me to do the little prints. Yeah, the thing I cannot do that. Yeah, it's a really beautiful shop. If you guys want to come to try. The print shop is really nice, and the people working there, they're really, they help a lot. Yeah, I like them. I like to be there. Yeah. Teaching work hard. Yes, I teach, of course. It's Nina, right? Nina. Yes, I like to teach. Yeah, sometimes I give a workshop too. Paper art, but fabric art not yet. But I give a paper cut workshops all the time. Workshop is I have, you can email me for asking about the workshop. It's for the children. I teach every Friday from 4 to 5. A few kids, like my friend, a friend introduced friend, like paper cutting. So yeah.
Sounds like you need to do an adult class.
Yes. I know. Yes. Yeah. Hi, Mary. I hope you can come with me. All right. Okay. So what?
So Jun Woo wanted to know about your colors, vivid and seductive colors. Can you talk about your decisions in your color palette?
This is like it's hard to say like what you. It's about the feeling. I feel it's very abstract. So you creating artwork, you creating things. I have some forms in my mind. Then I look the imagery. It's just like a puzzle. If you put a puzzle, you like putting a puzzle around. So that's what I feel about picking the paper, whatever the imagery I feel together and putting them. Of course, they are involved with the trail of life, the tradition, the life, the passion, the things I want to express, the theme I want to express. So I select a different images. Yeah. Yeah. So any more?
It looks like we've gone through them. There's a
Yes.
lot of appreciative comments.
Yeah.
I will save the chat so that
Yeah.
you can review them.
Oh, right.
Uh,
Oh, thank you. Yes, please. And if anyone want to contact me, just go to my website, you can email me or, doing. You study art in Beijing? Yes, I study art in Beijing, yes. Yes, Central Academy of Fine Art, I study folk art, yeah. So I like folk art. When I came to New York, American, I check about American folk art with, quilt a lot. So I love quilt too, yeah. And also I find here, Vandiha, I find some place they say they have the quilt artists, but I haven't got chance to know them yet. I hope I can. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing all about your practice, and thank you everyone for coming. We're going to put this video on our website where there's other talks from previous artists and from other programming. So do check out our website. I'm going to put it in the chat again. Give me one sec. Yeah, and so EFA is open. You just have to make a appointment in order to visit some of the shows. Just go to our website. Thank you, everyone. Xin, you want to say a last word?
Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Derek. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, all my friends who can join. Thank you, Wendy.